So I hope this feels like we're actually in the same room, able to communicate with each other. So I wanted to read a little, I don't know if you call it a poem or a saying. It's from the Tao Te Ching. This is one of the most amazing, powerful texts that that informs a lot of Qi Gong philosophy and Taoism as well. There's lots of different versions, but I really like the one by Ursula K. Le Guin. If you have read the Earth-Sea trilogy, she's actually an amazing writer, kind of a fantasy and sci-fi writer from Portland, Oregon, actually. She's one of our local heroes and an incredible writer, and she, I think, adds a wonderful style to the Tao Te Ching. So I wanted to start with chapter 33, and it says, kinds of power. Knowing other people is intelligence. Knowing yourself is wisdom. Overcoming others takes strength. Overcoming yourself takes greatness. Contentment is wealth. Boldly pushing forward takes resolution. Staying put keeps you in position. To live till you die is to live long enough. There's our little Zen teaching, our Tao teaching for the day. So close your eyes and just tune into your body, your breath. If you want to shrug your shoulders a little bit, and just stretch out any kinks, any tension around your neck, your shoulders, your chest. Just little movements to tune into that energy flow. I like that line, contentment is wealth. Contentment is the most valuable thing you can possibly attain. So tune into your breath today. Let's find contentment in our mind and our body. If you aren't able to find contentment within yourself, where are you going to go and experience it? Feel your breath moving through your lungs. Feel the vitality of your heart beating, the energy tingling through your body. Feel the three centers, the upper dantian inside of your head, the mental mind center. Notice the qualities of your mind today. Is it clear, cloudy, alert, tired, full or empty? Move down to the middle dantian, the heart center, the center of your chest, your emotional center. What are the qualities that you notice there today? Free-flowing, or does it feel constricted? Is it warm? Cold? Is it sharp or soft? Easy or effortful? And then move your attention down to the lower dantian, just below your belly button, inside of your core. Feel the qualities of this physical center, the center of gravity, center of your physical body. Does it feel fully charged or feel exhausted? Feel vibrant or weak. Moving, spinning, active, or not so much. Just take a snapshot of the 3 dantians, the 3 energy centers. Recall this feeling, and after class, you can also check in and notice if there's any changes. So today's class is the earth element. So that's the third of 5 elements. And in Oriental medicine, the earth connects to the spleen and the stomach organs, our digestive organs. So we take in food from the earth and it turns into our body. So it processes through our digestive organs, stomach, spleen. The emotions when the organs are out of balance is we feel a lot of anxiety or worry. And there's certainly plenty of things to be worried about these days. And you can feel like butterflies in the stomach, that kind of instability around the stomach and this solar plexus area. This is when the earth element feels unsteady, when you don't feel grounded or that you feel safe. So we're going to work on bringing energy down and really filling your foundation, giving you a solid foundation of energy and stability and calm that you can tune into and that you can use to reduce anxiety and worries. If you think about a pyramid, if you have the skinny part on the bottom and then the base on top, it's pretty unstable, right? It's very easy to get tipped over. Something good happens, something bad happens. Somebody's nice to you, somebody's not nice to you. You can feel unsteady and blowing with the wind. And this is what happens when our head gets too full. When we're overthinking, when we're taking in too much information, we get way too much energy here, and then we lose our power in our center here. So we want to flip it around, clear the mind, and build the base so that you have this solid pyramid that is very stable and unlikely to be swayed by all the different circumstances that are outside of you. So that's our goal today, is to flip your pyramid upside down and get it right side up. Get the base down and clear your mind. How's that sound? Sounds good? All right. If you're ready, we're going to begin. So come on up to standing, please. And also, please let me know if there's anything like technically that goes wrong. Suddenly you can't hear me or the music's too loud, too low. And I'll check in with you also as we go. So let's get moving. You can start with your feet in a wide position. And we're going to gently twist from side to side, warming up your body. Just ground your feet. If you want to lift your heels a little bit as you turn, that's okay. Also, one more thing. I've realized in the last 2 classes that 1 hour is just simply not enough time. So we're going to go for 1 hour and 15 minutes. If you really have to run, if you have to go, then you can skip out early. But I really want to include at least 5 minutes of Savasana, that relaxation at the end. It's so valuable. And it's really worth sticking around for. So please see if you can stick around and join us. Now we're going to do some tapping. So you're going to make a loose fist and just lightly tap the chest and the Mingmen, the young moon also is called, the door of life, which is right opposite your navel on your back. So you're going to tap on your back and tap on your front. And you're just swinging. Let the weight of your arms do the work. Got a little turning of your body will help propel your arms so that you can do it with relaxation, with ease. And there's a pretty firm tap. You want to really wake this up, stimulate these points. So you've got your lung meridians here in your chest, and you're opening up one of the central channels here in your lower back. The door of life is the name of the acupuncture point on your back, just opposite your navel. Just warm it up. Knocking at the door of life. Just get that energy flowing through your body as you breathe, circulating. Good. Good way to warm up. All right, relax. Feet wide, bend your knees. We're going to do a lot of our warm-ups here in the horse riding stance. So your knees are bent and slightly apart. It's like you're on a horse. Fingertips to your chest and circle up and around. Nice and easy. Your elbows go out and back. Nice and smooth circles. It's one of the best ways to open up your lungs to help you breathe. Really savor and enjoy each breath. Fill your lungs, fill your heart. As we stand, you start to build that power, that groundedness in your legs. Now backwards. Good. Feel the shoulder blades sliding up and down and around on your back. Your lungs are not just in your front chest, they're also in your back. You can open your lungs by opening your shoulder blades and your back muscles too. All right, I always like to throw in some brain teasers to just get you out of your head. So one goes up, the other goes down. And spinning. Opposites. It's going to feel a little funny. One goes up, one goes down. So you can see from the side, it's like a Ferris wheel. They're not going forward or backward, they're just going up and down in a circle. Now switch, other way. So Qi Gong is not just for your body, also your brain. Learning new movements, creating new neural pathways, using your body in new ways, even if it feels a little awkward at first. All right, shake it out. Make a light fist. And what happens also is you're going to notice that all of a sudden you're standing with locked knees after a minute or two. Every time you notice that, just squat back down to horse riding. Light fist and then squeeze downward and outward. And this one you're trying to stretch the inner elbows here. So you're stretching and you're bending the wrist back. So the pinkies move out toward the elbows and you get that little stretch through the inner forearm. Yes, it takes just a little bit of practice to get the right angle to stretch that inner elbow line. It's your large intestine meridian, one of the very important energy lines to open up here. Okay. Very good. Now lace your fingers so you stack just the first knuckle. Don't go all the way in, just the first knuckle right at the tips. And then stack the thumbs so they're all lined up. Bend the wrist and start to move it like you're holding a ball and you're polishing it. Relax your shoulders. Polish the ball. As you relax and as you get more comfortable, you can go pretty fast. Left, right. Sometimes people will go like right side takes over or left side. Both sides. Even. Good. If you have wrist issues, arthritis, and carpal tunnel, stuff like that, it can be really good to get some movement. If it hurts, though, take little breaks. Anytime you have pain, if you push through it, you'll actually sometimes get tighter and it makes it worse. So take a break. Let's go backwards. Relax the wrist. Let it glide. Left, right. Relax the shoulders. Good. Okay. How about the wave? Both ways. Qigong is all about becoming fluid, flexible. You can practice this in front of the mirror. It's a fun one. Nice. Cool. Shake it out. All right, next one. If you've straightened out, sink back down, palms forward. One hand. Well, I guess let's start by alternating one at a time. So left, right. One hand goes over your head. The other goes just next to your hip. Fingers stay forward. The wrists stay flexed up the whole time. You're opening up the tops of your shoulders, the middle of your back. Good. Now, if you want to add another element, you're going to go twice on one side, twice on the other. Give your brain a little extra challenge. The second time can go even sometimes a little further than the first. Good. Nicely done. All right. Anytime if we're doing our joint warm-ups, if you want to stop early, just stop early. Don't feel like you have to force it, especially if you start getting tight. The whole idea is to open up and to relax. So don't push through to the point where you get more tense. Next one, cross. You're going to bring elbows out, arms open. Elbow, elbow, chest, chest. This is for your back shoulder blade, front, chest. Shoulder blades squish together, chest open wide. Keep the legs solid, grounded. Just enough momentum that you can relax and feel the arms springy, like rubber bands, stretching and coming back naturally. Deep breathing here. This is where you can open up this middle dantian, our emotional center. Relieving stress, pain, sadness, anger, opening up some of those more pleasant, joyful, grateful feelings. All right, relax. Shrug it out. Nice. Hands to hips, head stays centered. Circle all the way around, moving your hips all the way through. Anybody hear some crackles? Then you get a whole percussion section here. Crackling hips, lower back, hip joints. Remember to pause. If you feel a real sticky point, don't just gloss over it or avoid it. Just stay on it a little longer and then wait for it. It may open up with just a little more patience. Good. The joints are like bridges that connect different parts of your body. So as the joints open up, the energy can flow between all the parts of your body. You'll feel more cohesive. You'll feel more connected. Go ahead and reverse. Good. Smooth rotations. When your joints open, your body can communicate between all the different areas. Your body will cooperate. Bringing that sense of unity. Your whole body is one thing, not just a bunch of separate pieces that all have their own interest. Your whole body can start to unify. Very good. All right. Next, hip joints. So for this one, you may need a little help with balance. So you could just simply grab onto something. If you have a bow yoga staff, these are handy. You can use the back of a chair though. And take one leg either side. Rotate your hips in a circle. Now I encourage you to challenge your balance though. If you don't really need it, then try not to use it. Just challenge yourself. It's okay if you come down. That's fine. Challenge your balance. If you feel like you're more safe or more comfortable with it, then just use it, but just lightly. Try to lift it up sometimes. Don't hang on for dear life, but give your balance a challenge. Same leg, opposite direction. Rotate. Very good. Create some heat in your hips and your core, moving into the lower dantian. So you may have noticed a pattern to our warm-ups. We usually go from top to bottom. And the reason why is because that principle I talked about, where we're almost always kind of up in our head, we're taking in so much information, we're not moving our bodies very much. So we're like this upside down triangle, so we're trying to squeeze it like toothpaste down to your feet. Other side, switch. Hip rotations. So let the energy keep flowing down. If your head and shoulders feel tight, just try to let them slough off. Bring the energy, bring the power down. Very good. Now the opposite direction. Circling. Very good. Strong leg. As you put all the weight into one of your legs, you're going to build up the strength. Strong bones, strong hips, strong muscles. All right, shake it out. We'll continue down a few more joints. Knees are next. Circle. Hands on the knees, rotate. Very good. Now, one tip for this one, sometimes I see people really rounding their back. See if you can bend down and elongate your back. A little difference there, but it'll make a big difference for your back. So keep your spine long, don't hunch over. Reverse, backward, circle. So they say, love is attention. That where you put your attention, you send love and energy. So by giving attention to your whole body, even to the places we usually ignore, the knees and the feet, the joints we don't pay much attention to, giving them this attention is a way to really energize and to cultivate self-love. Go in and out, circle. Very nice. So anytime if it starts to hurt, if you have arthritis or if there's some pain, don't force it, don't grind through it. Just take breaks and start again when you feel better. Go backward, reverse. Good. And there's an ancient Qi Gong knee exercise called the Charleston that you can try. So you go in, switch, out, switch when they touch in the middle. That's the trick. All right, shake it out. Give your feet a little shake. Anytime also if your mat starts bunching up, then just stretch it out. You don't want to make a tripping hazard on something that's supposed to keep you balanced. Ankles are next. So for this, you may want to use a blanket or a balance bar if you're feeling a little unsteady. Take one foot forward and lift your heel and rotate. Squeeze. Big toe to little toe. Today we're going to be doing a lot of work on the lower body. Basic stances, ways you can feel grounded and steady. So I really want to open up especially the lower body joints so you can get the energy flowing. Reverse, backward. Circling. Very good. Creating this connection with the earth through the bottoms of your feet. Now for the back side, you may want to grab onto something, and also if you have a blanket or cushion, it can feel nice to stretch the tops of your feet on this. So try it on just the ground, but if it's painful, use a blanket or a pillow. All right, stretch it out. Big toe to little toe, rotating. And then go backward. Do you hear some crackling? A little pop, pop, pop. Press and hold. In between your second and third toe, your stomach meridian. Open up that energy. That's connected to the earth element. Breathe. Feel the energy flowing up. If you get cramps, just shake it out. And release. Shake, shake, shake. All right, other foot. Up, forward first. Heels up and step forward. Rotate. One of the principles we're going to work with today is moving from your center. So this is a good chance to start getting that feeling. You're not just moving your foot and leg, you're moving from this lower dantian, right below your belly button. This center is actually where you're moving from. Move from your core and rotate. Nice. And now backwards. Draw that energy up from the ground, up your legs. Accumulating it in this central battery, lower dantian. Take that same foot, flip it behind you. Roll the tops. Big toe to little toe, circling. If it's painful, use a cushion. Good. Backwards. Crack, crack, crack. I'm getting crackles. All that soccer and skateboarding. My ankles have already had a full life. Press and hold. Breathe. Stretch up the front side. Long exhale. Nicely done. Shake it off. Release. Good. All right, so now we've gone top to bottom. You can feel that whole joint circulation. Now we're going to do a few stretches to get the energy through the muscles as well. So feet together, lace your hands, stretch straight up the middle. Inhale. Reach up, up, up. If you feel balanced, you can go up on your toes. Pumping. Lifting, lengthening. That's it. Heels down, twist to your left. Circulating. Inhale, twist to the right. Keep your thighs engaged, your feet engaged. Good. Back to center. Anytime if you need a break, just let your hands rest behind your head. Slightly tilt to the side so your hips and shoulders line up. You're going to open up this edge of your body here. One way to breathe deeper is to smile. Breathe and smile. You'll get a deeper breath. Other side. Tilting just a little bit. Think of elongating, not crunching down. You're stretching up and out. Arcing. Hip to armpit. Big smile. Breathe into your ribs. Nice. Relax. Come back down. Shake your arms out. All right, a few more. Feet wide, toes out. Big straddle stretch. Hands on your inner thighs and just squat down. Lower your hips. Squat up and down. Warm up your hips, inner thighs. Good, and then a little rocking side to side. Check that you're not hunching up. Your shoulders are down, neck is long, okay? Don't crunch your neck, please. Okay, and a little twist. You're gonna stay in the middle. Drop your right shoulder down. Turn and look over your left shoulder. Your hands are pressing evenly. Don't straighten one leg and bend the other. Both knees are bent, pressing evenly. As you rotate your head, look behind you. Breathe, gentle twist. Relax the hips a little. Let them open up. Inhale back to center. Switch, drop the other shoulder. Rotate from the base of your spine. Last thing is your head. Let the weight press the hips apart. opening your joints. Back to center, rise up, shrug it out, shake your legs. Nice. Okay, and one more. This one's going to be a little trickier. Hands behind your back, clasp your hands. Straighten your elbows, open your chest, bend your knees. Now, if you start to feel wobbly or off balance, just take your feet a little wider. Inhale, bend your knees and fold forward, forward, forward. Let your head down, down, down. Keep your eyes open. If you lose balance, just open your feet, release your hands. Don't go too far. Let your neck relax. All right, keep the knees bent. Release the hands. Let the hands drape down. Bend the knees until your hands can reach the floor. If they don't reach the floor, put something there, blanket or bolster or chair. Bend the knees, drop your chest, head down, and then raise your hips up to stretch the backs of your legs. Neck is released. All right, use your legs to press down through the floor. Rising from the ground up, slowly, slowly. Your neck is the last thing to come up. Shrug your shoulders and breathe out. Nicely done. All right, everybody's all warm, energy's flowing. So now we can move into our stances. There's several basic stances that are really important. They're kind of like the foundation. And once you learn these basic stances, you can apply them to hundreds of movements. So for instance, let's practice. We've done the horse riding stance already. And the next stance is the front stance. So it's similar to like a warrior one. So let's take the right leg forward, left leg back. Okay? And just bend the front knee, rock a little bit to get the lunge and the hip warmed up. And then your hands are just going to float in front of you with the palms up. Imagine you're holding like a stick of bamboo in your hands. If you have a stick of bamboo or bow staff, you can use that, or just pretend that you have one there. Relax and open. Okay. Now you're going to pivot your feet toward the front and face the other way. You may need to step a few times and kind of shuffle to get it all centered. When you look down, your back heel is about 45 degrees out to the side. Your front toes are straight forward. The knees don't go past your toes. If I see this, if your knees are going past the ankles and toes, what you need to do is step further forward. All right? And knees just above the ankles. Soft, relaxed shoulders. Good. Front stance. All right, I think we can add some hand movements. Flip and turn, go back the other way. I really want you to practice coming in and out until it's basically like immediate. Like you can pretty much just drop into this stance at any angle, any direction, any time. It's just like automatic. Right foot forward, left heel back. And take your hands down. And now the palms face the floor. And you're going to just make a little circle like this with two hands. Forward and out. And you're going to shift your body weight. I'm just showing you different angles here. You can stay the same place. You're shifting front to back and you're gliding your hands over the earth. Gliding. It's like you're standing in a wheat field and you're just brushing your hands over the tips of the wheat that's hip height. Just gliding your hands, feeling the earth, the legs building power, filling with energy. If any part of your body starts to hurt, please shift your stance. Make it wider, shorter, longer. Adjust as needed. The Tao Te Ching said, contentment is true wealth. It didn't say doing it right is true wealth. Don't worry about doing it right. Find that sense of contentment in your body, that ease and flow. That's the secret. All right, switch your feet, other foot forward. Front stance, gliding. You can bend your back knee a little to shift your hips, move from your center. Gliding. Try to slow it down. Please slow it down. Slower, slower. Slow enough that you feel the sensation of air moving across the palms. Picking up those subtle sensations. How do you get your mind to stop wandering? Give it something to do. Give it something to focus on. Focus on the subtle sensations that you're feeling, and your mind will become present. Very nice. So that's the front stance. Now the next one is the empty stance. This one may require a little bit more balance, so please take it slowly and start with very small steps. So your feet are just in a comfortable stance, about hip width. And we'll start with the hands holding the bamboo. Shift your weight to one side, empty one foot, and then just take a slow step, heel, toe, shift. Now the other foot empties, float, any direction, step, and shift. The samurai step, so you empty the foot, you can even step backward, any direction, shift your weight back. Empty. So what it means is that you aren't committing to any particular step, you are patiently waiting. Only lift the empty foot. So shift your weight till this foot is empty, then you can lift it, then there's very little disturbance. Then shift. And you don't lift the other foot until it's totally empty. This is about weight transfer. 100% in one leg, 0% in the other. Start with small steps. Move around the whole room, anywhere you want to go. Samurai step. You can turn your hips and step in new directions. Sideways, backwards are okay. You're going to feel some wiggle wobble, right? Some trembling in your legs, some balance adjustments. That's all fine. Building your strength. How slow can you step? And this is also a good chance, so if you are feeling a little too much wobble, grab your bow staff. Use that as a little bit of support. Don't rely on it too much, but just if you need it. Okay, that's a tool for you. Empty stance. Beautiful. All right, come back to center. Excellent. So these are the three stances. So let's review. Horse riding stance. Take a wide stance. Double shoulder width. Hips lower down. Let's practice. Circle the arms up. Lower your hips down. Gather, inhale, rise. Exhale, lower down. Horse riding stance. Good. Next, take your left foot forward. Front stance. And let's practice now another earth Qi Gong movement. One hand hovers in front of your core, the other hand is leading. And you glide in a circle like this. Glide. So keep going. I'm going to play a little music for you so as we practice. Keep going. Is that, if it's too loud, go like this to bring it down, or if it's too quiet, go like that to bring it up? It's too loud? Okay. Thank you. Is that good? Thumbs up? Thumbs down? It's good? All right. Earth Qi Gong. Move from your core, move from your hips. Now the other side, gliding, soft and slow, steady. Feel the legs circulating this energy, charging up your core. Gathering. If you feel comfortable, you can start to step and walk in your front stance as you glide, shifting or just turning. Feel that flow of energy in your body. Nice. Now empty stance. Let's gather your hands, make a ball, and push. Gather like there's a string connecting your fingers to your knee. You lift and step. You could do the same movement over and over. Or start to step in a new direction. Changing your feet whenever you like. Empty. Full. You're transitioning between empty stance and the one we just did, front stance. So once you get the hang of it, you can start to go off script, okay? You can start to play around. You don't have to just copy me, but feel what your body is needing. It'll feel a little awkward at first, but you'll get the hang of it. Feel the energy flowing through you. Good. All right, back to horse riding stance. Let's go side to side. Shifting. Side to side. All right, gather. Lowering 3 times. Collecting in your core. Good, and then just hold the hands at your lower dantian, right below your belly button. Horse riding stance, just stand there and breathe for about 30 seconds, okay? You can close your eyes and just breathe here. Nicely done. Now, if you need a little break, you can rub your hands, massage any sore spots, or you can stretch, or you can, if you need to sit and just take a load off for a little bit, feel free. We're going to do a little bit more, but always take care of your body in the middle of class. If you need to just stop, take that break, okay? Sometimes just a little bit of relief will give you a whole bunch of new energy to then continue with. All right. So now we're going to put it all together. It's kind of like, as a musician, you can learn several chords and you can practice the order that you learn them in, but eventually it's fun to create your own song, create your own music, create your own combination. So I'm going to encourage you today to do our intuitive Qi Gong, to make up your own movements. You can use the foundations of what you learned today. You can use your horse riding stance. And your hands really can just do whatever they like. You can move into your front stance. You can move into your empty stance. Start to play around with it. Let's first gather this energy. So bring your hands close together and start to breathe into your core, summoning and charging up this energy. And there's a moment where it appears. It's like a fire starting. It's alive. Once the energy is there, now you start to expand and you start to move. And it's the energy that moves your body. And these stances are just the ways that it flows most naturally. So take a minute or two. Let's do our own freestyle, intuitive Qi Gong. You can make up new movements. Don't worry about doing it right. Find that feeling of contentment. Give yourself all of your attention. Let your feet move around. You'll find your way. Just continue to move your body freely. Sense and feel the energy circulating through you. You can picture yourself in a beautiful place, surrounded by nature. Let your imagination expand. What part of the earth would you most like to be in right now? Connect to that energy. Transport yourself there. Let the energy guide you through your movements. You can't do it wrong. You can just do it more and more enjoyably, with more and more connection. Gather and collect this energy, bringing it up and in, down to the center. With your breath, absorbing and now bring your feet close together and your hands relax to your sides. Shift your body weight all the way forward, tilting, pressing into your toes. Now shift all the way back carefully to the heels. Don't let your toes come up. Feel the bottoms of your feet shift forward. Bring all your attention to the bottoms of your feet. Back. And now find the exact center, 50-50, between front and back. Close your eyes. See if you can feel that exact center. When you line up with it, the energy will now flow through your whole body. Like plugging in to the wall. Or placing your glass under the flow of water. Find this alignment with the energy flow. Soft smile as you relax and breathe. And then once again, your hands gather this energy ball. A little bend in your knees. Hold the energy here. And then place one hand on your heart, one hand on your lower dantian. And breathe into your belly. Absorbing the energy in. Down to the core. And sweep your body, brushing down your arms. Sweep down your legs, rubbing your back, your knees, any sore spots. Sweep it down. Wonderful. All right, let's move to the floor. Go ahead and stretch out on your back. Tuck in your knees. You can rock up and down or side to side. Take any props that you like with you. Very good. Keep that connection with the earth. Rocking your spine up and down or side to side. You can twist your legs to one side and your head goes the other way. Nice deep stretch. A little supine twist. And then bring your legs up. If you can reach your toes, you can grab and stretch to happy baby. And just rock a little bit side to side. Let your hips open. let's do sleeping tiger. So press your lower back flat into the ground, your legs come up, knees above your hips. Your fingers rest on your lower belly, just below your belly button, elbows wide, shoulders back, chin tucked. Absorb energy through the bottoms of your feet, collecting it into your core. Draw the energy, draw the power into the center. Breathe into your belly just for a few minutes. You might feel some vibration as you accumulate. Charging up. Energize. Remember that point that we tapped at the very beginning of class, the door of life, on the point opposite your belly button on your back. That's the point that you're pressing down into the ground, and imagine energy rising up and absorbing in your core. This position takes energy in from all four directions, up from the ground through that Mengmun point, top of the head, through the Pekwe, through the bottoms of your feet, through the Yongchang, and through the front low belly, the Qi He, the sea of Qi. So it's like a box with all four sides taking energy in, absorbing. So stay there just a little bit longer. One more minute. Alright, hug your knees into your chest, absorb, pull close, breathe into your belly. Good. Let your feet plant down on the ground. Your feet, knees, and hips all line up. Your palms press down to your side, down next to you. And then raise your hips up. Press your knees away from you into bridge pose. Energize your core midsection. In Oriental medicine, the kidneys are a very important area for charging and storing qi and energizing you. It's near where your adrenal glands are too. So energizing the lower back, very, very important. So breathe into your lower back, energizing the core. From top to bottom, slowly melt back down. And anything you need to release, if you want to stretch or circle, feel free. One way to connect to the earth element is floor poses, getting down on the ground, letting more of your body touch the ground. Very calming, soothing for your body, hopefully. Just a few more. You can roll over now to your stomach. And I'll show you a modification if the floor is not accessible for you. So if you're comfortable on the floor, we'll do Sphinx pose. Your elbows tuck in under your shoulders, palms are active. Draw your chest forward. A little gentle stretch for your lower back. If it's not possible to do this on the floor, you can do it standing. And you can just come near a wall and you can stretch. Okay. You can also do it on a chair if you're able to kneel. So find a modification or let me know if you need one. Your hands are pulling backward as if you're trying to drag your body forward. There's a little activation there. Hands under your shoulders now. Press up to hands and knees. This is where your blanket can come in handy if your knees are sore. And we're going to do child's pose. You also may need some modification. You might want to roll this and put it behind your thighs. Knees can go apart a little wider, feet together, hips back. And then your arms can come forward and down. A couple of other versions. If you need a little support for your head, if your head's floating, put your head down on something. Although if your head can touch the floor, you don't want the pillow to crank your neck up. If the floor is not accessible, 2 chairs will do the trick, and you can do it seated in child's pose just like this, and you may want a pillow. So find a modification if you like. Bringing your head to the earth. This is the ultimate grounding technique. Taking all your thoughts and just offering them to the earth. I like to imagine my head is like a bathtub full of dirty water, and the drain is opened, the plug is released, and now it all pours out into the ground. Touch the forehead and drain your brain, and all your worries just absorb into the earth. Like discharging extra electricity by grounding it. Take that energy out of your head and ground it to the earth. All right, whenever you're ready, you can come up to hands and knees, and we'll finish with any cat-cow, or if you have any other stretches that you like to do, do a little freestyle. Any poses that you like. You can twist or turn or stretch. Anything that's remaining that we haven't got to today. Take a minute for just free stretching. Right, we're going to transition now to Savasana. So you can use a rolled up blanket under your knees if you want your back to relax more. If you want to cover your eyes or your body, feel free. Another way you can really ground is to rock your feet, tapping the balls of your feet, or just letting them swing in and out. Get comfortable, get settled for a few minutes. So let the benefits of class be absorbed into you. Let your forehead relax, your eyes relax, your whole face and scalp, your neck relax. Feel your shoulders melting and releasing. Your arms heavy, palms relax. A gentle pulse in your fingertips. Feel your lungs breathe, slowing deeper down. Your belly and your organs relax. The hips and legs heavy, calm. Release tension down through your feet, toe tips. Imagine a heavy blanket is laid over you, that weight grounding you, safe and steady and content. Take a full breath in, a long exhale out. Begin to stir your fingers and toes, stretching your arms and your legs. And you can bend your knees and start to stretch your back, tucking and rolling or gently twisting. There's There's no rush. Try to move slowly, not to disturb this connection too much. Roll to your side and just pause there for a moment, breathing, support your head. Use your hands to press up. And transition to a comfortable seat when you're ready. And just close your eyes and tune in. We'll read from the Tao Te Ching one more time. Kinds of power. Knowing other people is intelligence. Knowing yourself is wisdom. Overcoming others takes strength. Overcoming yourself takes greatness. Contentment is wealth. Boldly pushing forward takes resolution. Staying put keeps you in position. To live till you die is to live long enough. Knowing yourself is wisdom. You may think that this is a class in your life, but actually this is your life in a class. What you noticed, what you felt today is a reflection of yourself. Your thoughts, your experiences can be a mirror to tune in to self-awareness. So just reflect what you felt today, what you noticed or experienced, any changes you feel within you. And bring your palms together in front of your heart. I'm so grateful that you decided to come today and to make this class more special with your presence. Thank you so much. Namaste.